It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Atlanta Hawks at Phillips Arena. Well, for Atlanta, it's been a rough ride for them so far. We're a decent ways into the season now, and they're still stuck on one win. They've got nowhere to go but up. At least they can say that much. And the Boston Celtics, stockpiling assets and players in recent years, a great coach in Brad Stevens. Does this team have what it takes to control the East, Shaq?
You know, depth can only get you so far, Ernie. In my opinion, I still think they need multiple superstars to really compete for a title. But they play hard every night, but they're still 1, 2, 3, 4 superstars away.
Wow, 4? That's a
Four.
whole team.
Nobody has 4 superstars.
Well, if they get a big 4, they will definitely win.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty safe bet.
I bet if any team had a big 4, they'd get good. I'd say this, Ernie, that combined with the new guys that they've got, I think that overall they are right where they need to be. They might be one player away. I don't know about 3, 4, 5, but just one player away from being a champion.
They need a big 3 or 4.
Thanks for joining us. We will now go courtside. Kevin Harlan has the call.
A view of the Atlanta skyline and all the action below it, as seen from the 17th Street Bridge. Greetings, everyone, from Atlanta. The Hawks playing host to an Eastern Conference affair here at the Phillips Arena. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side are analysts Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. From the sideline, we'll have the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a bit. Celtics are looking to end their road trip here with a strong outing. The injury to Marcus Morris, that's the story here. He's out.
Yeah, and it's going to be a few weeks until they can get him back, but not as bad as it could have been. In the end, given the way it looked, boy, I tell you, when they had to help him off, he'll probably consider that to be good news.
Well, a few weeks could still impact the season in a big way, but yeah, very fortunate he's not out for the year.
And tonight, something we always like to see, 2 fierce conference rivals going at it. Doris, what's the difference in emotion in a rivalry game such as this?
Well, what you like about something like tonight's game is there's a little bit of distaste, right? When these two teams meet, something important's on the line, and you can feel the intensity.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Brown and Hayward out on the perimeter. Then there's Horford. Then there's Irving. Pass to Horford. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. Boston on D. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there.
And really, I thought what was the difference in that game, offensive rebounding or the lack thereof, a lot of one-and-dones in that game.
You know, if you're going to create more points, you need to create extra possessions, and getting wiped out on the boards kept that from happening.
Boston with the ball, following the 3 by Atlanta. Hayward can hit. Schroeder, right side. And it's sent back by Horford.
How about the timing by Al Horford? Twice on the pipes, sends it back.
The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
I'll tell you, it takes fantastic vision and flawless timing to produce an assist like that.
Schroeder against Irving. And that one's good. Schroeder.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Right, because otherwise you're going to give up those close-range opportunities all night. If you allow the opposition to get into a groove, look out.
Here's Brown after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. Here's Irving. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And with all the talk about Kyrie coming to Boston, you still have to figure how he'll fit in to the team. Has this year and next left on his contract, player option after that, but with his scoring and shooting should make this offense even more potent.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
And when you put a player of Kyrie's ability into this Boston system, you have to expect good things. Irving does so much for himself and others. The longer he plays with the team, I think the more comfortable he'll become.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Boy, he's just been so consistent, right? I mean, every time he's gotten to the stripe, he's delivered. This is great stuff.
Irving against Schroeder to the inside. Dedmon's shot is off.
Boy, the defense collapsing and throwing him off balance on his way to the cup.
Round kicks to Hayward. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Schroeder with the ball. They had a 24-point outing in their last game against Cleveland. In the corner, Bazemore with it. And it's blocked by Brown. And that misses. That would have put him up.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And now Hayward pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And Hayward at the stuff.
To me, Kevin, Gordon Hayward has come so far in his physical and mental toughness, and he refuses to be denied by physical defense. I love that.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
The free throw drops by Hayward. And if there's one thing the Hawks have hung their hats on, it's been their defense.
Very disciplined across the board. They take charges, they protect the paint, they do a great job with their communication. And even though they get their share of blocks and steals, I think they do a great job of avoiding those cheap fouls.
The Celtics have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip.
Yeah, guys, that takes vision and timing to put it on time and on target.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. The feed now to Bazemore. Shot to stop the run, and the layup is up and in. Bazemore's got 5 now.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Tice. It's deflected. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here. That one on Horford. And going into last season, Kent Bazemore commanding a salary in excess of $17 million. Greg, how did an undrafted player coming off his first starting season in the league get that kind of salary?
Timing is everything. Reflection of the market. You remember he had that huge spike in the cap. It's also a bet on his upside and work ethic. And with Bazemore, you see that the dedication to improve is there, and that's what made the Hawks comfortable with the contract.
The free throw dropped for Bazemore. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. On its way from Irving for 2. The rebound by Prince.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
Boston trailing. Now Irving. 20 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando. Steps back and fires. That doesn't go in either for Irving. And Bazemore kicks to Dedmon. And it's sent back by Horford. And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That is his first foul of the game. The Celtics have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Irving kicks to Hayward. And Hayward at the stop.
There is nothing soft about Gordon Hayward at the cup. This guy's superb finishing that one.
There's the pick. And Bazemore kicks to Dedmon. Schroeder outside. Knocked away. And stolen by Horford. And there's the foul. It goes on Ilyasova. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Here's Irving. He's one of the better scorers in the league, averaging almost 25 points a game. Bazemore with it, picked up by Brown. Bazemore dishes to Schroeder. Here's Dedmon, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. The Hawks have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
First one falls for him.
And the Celtics trade for Kyrie Irving, sending shockwaves back in August. Never before had a pair of 25-point-per-game scorers swap teams in the offseason. That's what you call a blockbuster.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And no doubt Irving and IT, both elite offensive weapons. But Irving, 6 inches taller, perhaps more defensive upside, and 3 years younger. The Celtics feel he fits their timeline.
And here's Schroeder following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Hawks shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. And the technical free throw is good. And the Hawks known for their equal opportunity drive and kick offensive style. But Greg, their three-point shooting percentage has cratered the last few seasons.
Yeah, and the way the league is going, that's something they'll have to fix. The free throw line, also an issue for this group. It's clear they're in search of more shooting.
The Hawks trailing. Here's Prince. Gordon Hayward comes up with the rebound.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
How good is Kyrie at getting that shot up with a defender in his grill?
Here's Schroeder following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Schroeder passes to Dedmon, and Bazemore kicks to Ilyasova. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Brown, makes it off the glass.
I tell you, when Brown is running like that, it's hard to stop him. This guy is superb at beating defenders up the floor.
Now here's Bazemore. Had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Dedmon dishes to Schroeder. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ilyasova, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Ilyasova's got his first 2 points of the night.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Horford kicks to Hayward. Off the pick, and it's Boston with another.
Oh, man, a hot start for him. He's hit 5 of his first 7.
And Atlanta calls their first timeout of the game. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And when things started to go wrong for him in that game, boy, did they ever go wrong. They just could never get back on track in that game.
Stretches where they strung some good plays together, but then long stretches where nothing worked. No consistency.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Here's Delaney. He's coming off a 13-point game against Cleveland.
And if you look at his free throw numbers, you can see what kind of pressure he put on the defense. He was in attack mode all night long.
Here's Smart, and slam dunk by Smart.
Well, that's a case, Kevin, where Marcus Smart is anticipating that pass. He jumps into the passing lane and uses his terrific speed. That's beautiful.
Here's Delaney. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Right through the D for the layup.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
I mean, how does he get that shot off? I mean, he had to angle that perfectly to get past the defender.
And the Celtics with possession here. 6-point game. Yabusele passes to Smart. Babbitt grabs the board.
Well, that's tough defense in the paint, harassing him every step of the way.
And Bellinelli kicks to Muscala. Here's Babbitt, guarded by Smart. Muscala dishes to Collins. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, they get it to the high percentage area, and then it all goes wrong from there.
Tatum kicks to Rozier. Nice ball movement by Boston. And here is Tatum. He's coming off a 10-point game against Orlando.
Boy, just enough defensive attention to throw that shot off target.
Now let's find out what head coach Brad Stevens had to say to David Aldridge. David.
He told me he's very pleased with how his team's play has progressed throughout the season. He said guys are finding their roles, and we're doing all the little things that tend to separate out the better teams. I just hope we can keep it going. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Now here's Tatum. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Now here's Smart. He's guarded closely, and the shot goes down.
I'll tell you, that's really an improving jumper right there from Marcus Smart. The form is really starting to take shape.
Here's Delaney. Babbitt kicks to Collins. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
But look at the basket guy still shaking. Smart with the ball. 14 points from him the last game against the Magic in Orlando. There's the pick. Got a piece of it. Here's Delaney. And stolen by Tatum. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Hawks.
And they've been avoiding those deep threes. They're capable of knocking those shots down from long range, but so far they've really been reluctant to let it fly from that free throw line extended three-point shot.
The Hawks trail by 6. Watching Jason Tatum, it's hard to find many faults in his game, Greg. He's strong inside and out and plays both ends of the floor equally well.
Yeah, kind of a jack of all trades, right, and master of none. He does everything reasonably well on the basketball floor, just doesn't do anything great. Having said that, though, Tatum is one of those guys that I think improves the overall IQ of your team, and terrific size at his position.
Kept alive, Muscala, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
And the game plan is clear. Work the ball inside.
Well, obviously a notable improvement for the Boston Celtics last season on the offensive end. Their shooting percentages pretty much up across the board.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And when you look at the offensive improvement for the Celtics, Doris, last season, what do you attribute that to?
Well, I think a number of things went into that, Kev, but the acquisition of Al Horford was crucial. This guy finished second on the team in assists, and he is also an excellent shooter. So he was able to affect winning with both his passing and his scoring ability.
Now, here is Muscala. Will not go. This is off the front iron. To the wing on the left. Tatum wide open. He fires one. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Hawks trail by 7. 58 seconds left to play here in the first.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for Smart. He's around 10 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role, knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
And that one falls for Bellinelli.
And the Hawks in the last couple seasons with some roster turnover, established veterans departing, and now with Millsap leaving, they have embraced a complete rebuild.
And that's good as he hits both of the shots. And the Hawks traded Howard and lost Paul Millsap in short time. So the rebuild, it would appear, is on for Atlanta.
And it seems like they feel good with how they've approached it. You know, you got to commit to turning things over and starting anew. And the Hawks have taken the first steps to building towards the future.
And I like the fact that Tatum has not abandoned the inside game. Solid at finding space around the rim to score.
Here's Delaney. He kicks it to Collins. Now the pass to Babbitt. Over Smart. Babbitt's shot is off. Celtics leading by 7. Here's Rozier. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Yabusele. Lays it up off the glass.
How about the assist coming off the deck? What a pretty bounce pass.
Here's Bellinelli. So it's Gordon Hayward making things happen for Boston. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we'll be back with you shortly. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And what do you guys think about... So it's the Celtics now. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. They've got Collins. He's out there with Luke Babbitt. Mike Muscala out there with Bellinelli. And it's Delaney in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Passes it to Collins. And Bellinelli kicks to Babbitt. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Tatum. Over Bellinelli. Out of hand on it. Goes back up. Nice shot by Yabusele. Yabusele's got 7 points in the game. The Hawks trail by 13. The 11-footer. Here's Muscala, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
I'll tell you, this guy does some tough work on the glass, battles as hard as anybody for those second chance opportunities.
Pass to Yabusele. Here's Baines over Muscala. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Baines has got the lead up to 13 now for the Celtics. Delaney kicks to Collins. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Really nice job inside that time. The defense unable to react quick enough to stop him. Boy, he is fast.
Here's Rozier. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You take a look at the Celtics. 3rd best record here in the early going. And, of course, there's the Hawks. 6 games out.
And right now for the Hawks, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
Yeah, the people who said they hadn't done enough in the offseason to improve this team were exactly right. They never put the foundation of winning in place.
Atlanta making some changes. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Luke Babbitt. Ken Bazemore comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Malcolm Delaney. The Celtics also changing it up. Hayward comes in for Smart. And Irving subbed in for Terry Rozier. Prince outside. Over Hayward. The Hawks again can't hit. Celtics leading by 11. Those who are some of the guys that surprise you with their toughness on a nightly basis in the NBA.
You know, you have to think historically, pound for pound in the history of the NBA, the toughest single guy was Allen Iverson. For me, the current iteration, and I'm not saying that Isaiah Thomas is Allen Iverson, they're drastically different players because Isaiah doesn't have that kind of athleticism that AI had early. But Isaiah at 5'9", to continually find his way into the paint, to be willing to attack the bigs, to absorb the kind of pounding he does, and get himself into the MVP conversation, Kevin, really, that was incredible.
LeBron probably takes, for a guy his size, you think he can dish it out. But I'm telling you, I think he gets whacked all the time.
I think, Kevin, this is the single hardest guy in the NBA to officiate today. And frankly, I do not believe LeBron James goes to the foul line as much as he deserves.
Well said. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for getting the best out of his players. He said every NBA player has an elite strength. Some of them have 10 of them. And those guys are the very best in the league, right? But every one of them is here for a reason. And there are times where you can really soar with that skill. Kevin?
And that's why Stevens is already one of the best coaches in the league, David. You've talked about him for a long time, getting maximum results from every one of his players. And Dennis Schroeder out of Germany handed the keys as the full-time starter at the point guard in his 4th season.
And with his confidence and competitive spirit, you know he was chomping at the bit for that opportunity. And you got to love his athleticism coupled with that big play capability. It's just exciting to see how good this young man can become.
That's good from Schroeder.
And the Celtics gave up 4 players to get 1 in Kyrie Irving, but they already had so much depth. They could afford to sacrifice a bit for a superstar just entering his prime.
Here's Irving. They get the rebound. Shot to end this cold run. Horford the pass to Irving. Goes up again, and it's blocked. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Prince dishes to Dedmon. Schroeder outside. He feeds it to Ilyasova. The shot's good.
And really for the Celtics, just a wealth of assets, but in reality, only so much playing time to go around. Sooner or later, you knew they'd make a move, and I think they got the best player in the trade. And Al Horford just so versatile. You know, that extends to the defensive end as well. Very mobile, can move his feet with smaller players, and at the same time gives you a presence on the interior.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And Horford won't wow you with his athleticism. But Greg, he's still a pretty good shot blocker.
He has great timing, anticipation, and awareness. Don't forget also he's got terrific hands, and you see that with all the steals he racks up.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
I tell you, as good as he is at the line, it allows him to invite contact when he's down low.
Schroeder, right side, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. And Ilyasova kicks it to Bazemore. Over Brown. Bazemore misses, and there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Boston leading by 8. Irving passes to Brown. Horford sets a screen for Brown. Boston, no good that time either.
Challenging the shot has almost the same effect as blocking it.
No doubt, especially when the shooter knows that a defender is draped all over him. That kind of activity alters shots.
Sinks the three-pointer. Ilyasova's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, I think the best part of his tremendous three-point ability as a big man is just how much it stretches the defense.
Horford kicks to Irving. He scores with that shot. Now he's 3 of 8.
And even through contact, Kyrie still able to finish shots consistently.
Bazemore dishes to Dedmon. There's the pick. Right wing. Ilyasova. No one around him. Here's Prince. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now Irving. 9 points in the game so far. Shoots from the right block. Rebounded by the Hawks. Dedmon's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not helping his team. That was an awful quarter.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Well, that's how you attack in transition. Remarkable effort, getting as high percentage a look as you can really get.
Hayward, left side. He dishes it to Brown. 5 on the clock. Here's Irving. Yes, it's good. Good for basket number 4. He's now 4 for 10.
Boy, Irving's so comfortable at any range. A mid-range jumper, though, that's his sweet spot.
Bazemore passes to Dedmon. They set the screen. Dishes to Prince. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Doris, as we know, you were born in New York, grew up in New Jersey, lots of basketball talent in those areas. Who were some local players who influenced you early on?
Well, 1983 is the year the Philadelphia 76ers won the NBA championship, and that team was the epitome of cool, Kevin, right? You had the masterful doctor, the power of Moses Malone, but you know who I tried to emulate? Mo Cheeks.
No kidding.
Yeah, the steady, heady point guard who could make big shots and come up with a timely steal. I couldn't be the doctor. I couldn't fly like the doc, so Mo Cheeks was my guy.
The first one falls.
Well, Brad Stevens started his own preseason coaching summit in Boston. This guy is clearly dedicated to his craft. He's dedicated to learning from his peers. He is always watching games from every different angle to try to learn.
And he makes both free throws. And rumor has it Brad Stevens used to keep a pad of paper for every TV in the house to sketch plays that he saw in games.
Well, those were the old days. Now he can just text an assistant with the game and timestamp, and then he reviews a marathon edit of plays for things he can use. Oh, the beauty of technology.
Now here's Bazemore. He's got 8. Out to the right wing. And Ilyasova kicks it to Bazemore. Trying to find Ilyasova and gets it to him. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Yeah, affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Feeds it to Schroeder. Over Irving. No good. In and out off the rim.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Down low. Hayward. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, you've got to look at this guy's shooting as one of the main reasons they've been able to build this lead.
Schroeder kicks to Dedmon and stolen by Horford. Irving against Schroeder. Hayward outside. Horford with a screen on Schroeder. Shot clock at 3.
You know, Kevin, we talk about Irving's great finishing ability, but he's also a dynamic passer.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
While some are still speculating as to why Kyrie wanted out, the reality is, and it's this case with all great players, he feels like he's good enough to be the man on a team that can contend for a championship. And you might question how he went about it, but he's basically been a pro in his approach, and now he's got the chance.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Luke Babbitt, he's checked in for Prince. Bellinelli comes in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Malcolm Delaney in for Dennis Schroeder. To end the run, here's Delaney. Doesn't go for him. So the Celtics will take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. There's the pass to Rozier. Back to Smart. It's stolen. Here's Babbitt. Defended by Hayward. Swiped it away. In the corner, Smart with it. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Smart's got the lead up to 13 now for the Celtics.
And there is going to be a lot of discussion over Irving's decision to want out for a long time. And what he does the next few years may end up defining his legacy. He is all in on himself, and it could pay off huge or fizzle out.
Tatum, he's checked in for Boston.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Boston leading by 11. Rozier the pass to Tatum. 13 feet away. Here's Horford now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
There's a good screen. Babbitt from long range. Rebounded by the Celtics. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
Here's Bellinelli. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Boy, you have got to love the dime, the pass on time and on target.
Picked by Horford. Rozier kicks to Horford. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Horford's got 6 in the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
1:15 left to play in the first half. Delaney kicks to Ilyasova. Pass to Delaney. Inside. Here's Dedmon. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Hayward.
Well, they say the mid-range game is a dying art form, but after looking at this shot chart, they are injecting a ton of life into it. Whatever space is being offered up to them in the mid-range, they have accepted and have continually knocked down shots to make the defense pay.
Here's Smart, and again it's Boston converting.
I'll tell you have to appreciate the confidence of Marcus Smart. At point-blank range, he is an efficient scorer.
Ilyasova a screen. Back to Delaney. From beyond the arc. And Baines pulls it down. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Smart kicks to Tatum. And a miss there on the triple.
His shot's off, but they're still winning. So hats off to his teammates for picking up the slack.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
The Hawks have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. The first free throw is good. He's off on the second. On offense, here are the Celtics. They're on an 18-7 run. And now here comes Collins leading the break. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
But look at the basket guy still shaking. And so it's the Boston Celtics up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you're in a good position here at the break. What do you tell your team to make sure they don't let up?
Well, I don't think it's about letting up or playing better. Or it's just playing the right way. We just have to play good basketball. And we talked about it before the game. That's our goal going into the game. That doesn't change no matter what the score is. So that'll be the discussion at halftime.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal, and this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. Gordon Hayward has been all over the floor tonight. He had 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. Taking a look at the Celtics, Shaq, what do you think?
Well, the story of the first half was Gordon Hayward. Classic man hairstyle, video game numbers. That's a good combination, Ernie.
Talk to me, Kenny. How did you think Atlanta played?
Their lack of execution surprised me. You know, they had a lot of turnovers off sloppy ball handling, which goes back to the fundamentals. And I know we say it all the time, just make the simple play. And this is why. Without giving away possessions, they'd be a lot closer in this game.
That's it for now as the second half's just about ready to go.
We return to Atlanta with a spectacular look from above. The sky view Ferris wheel there in the background. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Really an incredible game from Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him, a scoring machine here in that first half.
And it's mattered not, Greg, whether he's been spotting up or creating for himself. He was unstoppable, and you hope it carries.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. On the court for the Celtics, Irving and Brown pair at the 1 and the 2. And it's Hayward. Then there's Horford. Back to Irving. The tray. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Dedmon's got 7 rebounds in the game. And the Boston Celtics, the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference last season. Doris, the first time in 9 seasons they held that spot.
And frankly, Kevin, they were way ahead of schedule. And with new stars like Al Horford, Gordon Hayward, Kyrie Irving, they've become a championship contender.
Doris, with so many one-and-dones entering the NBA, do you think expectations are too high for these guys, especially from the fans?
I don't, Kevin. I think it depends on the talent that we're talking about. You know, I know Joel Embiid is a guy who didn't necessarily start right away, but when he was finally able to be healthy, it certainly didn't take him long to become a factor on the NBA level. No, I don't think the expectations are too high. I think these guys are accustomed to expectations, and frankly, their personal expectations are probably higher than ours.
I mean, look at the elite of these high school kids have been playing like in front of big crowds on a big stage for so long. It's second nature to them, don't you think?
No doubt about it, Kevin.
And so he makes both from the line. Celtics leading by 10. And here is Irving. Off the screen. Another miss by Irving.
Well, the struggles from the field continue for this guy. The way it's going, he shouldn't be more than a secondary option for them at this point.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And now a quick rundown of the leading free throw shooters at small forward this year. It's a pretty sure thing whenever one of them gets to the line. The 4th spot held by Gordon Hayward.
And knowing what I do about the guys on that list, I can tell you they put a lot of long hours in the gym to get those percentages to where they are.
You know, and being the slashers that they are, having that kind of success at the line does even more to get them into attack mode. They're always looking to create some contact and get to the line for what is an almost automatic 2 points.
And he makes the first. Schroeder hits them both. Celtics leading by 8. Tice defended by Ilyasova. Now here is Horford. Defense right on him. The dish now to Hayward. Busted. No good that time either.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the 2-man game creates a terrific look.
Well, he simply misfired. You've got to capitalize when the screen opens up wide open shots like that.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
One shot, gentlemen.
The Celtics with the lead. Horford with the screen on Schroeder. Hayward from outside. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 6 assists here tonight.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Schroeder kicks to Prince. Not going to go that time. Hayward with some nice D. And on the way from Irving for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. And it's an 11-point Celtic lead.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here? in the second half.
Bazemore dishes to Dedmon. Here's the screen. Out to the wing. Off the pick. Second shot opportunity. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
That's a nice play. You have to read and react in an instant to have success on the offensive glass.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
One shot.
Here's Irving. He's got 14. Kicks to Hayward. He feeds it to Horford. Nice ball movement by Boston. Just 5 to shoot. And that one's good, Irving.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Atlanta calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Ilyasova sets a screen for Schroeder. Shot from the wing. That's good from Ilyasova on the assist by Schroeder. Ilyasova's got 11 points. Schroeder against Irving. Brown with the screen on Schroeder. Off the screen. That one wide left. The Hawks trail by 8. Prince outside. Here's Dedmon, and he uses the glass on the layup. 8 points for him.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Schroeder. It's good from long range. Now just a 3-point Boston lead.
Found a little room behind the arc and didn't wait around. He just let it fly right in your eye.
What a way to do it. There's the pick. Back to Irving. The feed to Hayward. Here's the 3. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And that's now 22 points for Gordon Hayward.
Well, this is why you love Al Horford, right? He's a willing screener who is effective with the skill.
Pass to Dedmon. Prince in the corner. They grab their own miss. Schroeder. Dedmon kicks it to Bazemore. Cuts off the pass. Hayward outside. Pass to Irving. He kicks to Horford. 5 on the clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Hayward can't hit.
What a nice individual defensive effort right there. Did a great job contesting.
Prince's shot is good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Brown the pass to Horford. And the dunk by Horford.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
Bazemore dishes to Prince. Feeds to Ilyasova. Shoots. Another miss by Prince.
Struggling to make shots this quarter and making it hard to catch up.
Number 3 overall back in 2016. Jaylen Brown with a powerful build on the wing, guys. 6'7", 233 pounds. I think you need those perimeter defenders who combine quickness and strength, and he's got it.
Schroeder kicks to Dedmon. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Dedmon's got 7 now in this quarter.
Boy, ran his man right into the pick and got the open look. Basketball 101.
Pick by Horford. Back to Irving. Shoots over Schroeder. Second shot opportunity. Dedmon with the block. Prince against Hayward. The drive by Schroeder. Yes, that goes in. And now just a 5-point Celtic lead. And Doris, coming out of Cal Berkeley, the knock on Brown was his shooting touch.
You know, there was such a wide variety of opinion on him in the draft. Some felt that he was a little bit of a reach, but this guy has shown promise and earning regular minutes and having some success with that three-pointer and athleticism.
Out to Hayward. Pick by Horford. Second chance shot. And it's Hayward getting it to go. Hayward's got 11 points here in just the second half.
I'll tell you, this guy will not stop pouring it on. It doesn't matter what approach they've tried to use against him. He has had an answer for everything.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And there had been a will he or won't he feeling with Gordon Hayward's free agency. Tough choice, I gotta believe, for him to leave Utah, but you can see why he wanted to join forces here with the Celtics.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Here's Delaney. There's the screen. Babbitt from long range. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mike Muscala. That's his first foul. Celtics leading by 7. And Boston was the heavy favorite to sign Gordon Hayward, and ultimately the opportunity was just too hard to pass up.
And he's reunited with his college coach, Brad Stevens. This team has a great path to make a deep playoff run, and this just adds another star to a very balanced roster.
Delaney no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Smart wide open, he fired. A second chance effort, got a hand on it. Now Bellinelli. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Bellinelli's got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
On the pass to Yabusele. Pass to Rozier. Lets the 3 fly. Atlanta with the rebound. Muscala's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Bellinelli kicks to Collins. That one falls. Now just a 3-point Celtic lead.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Now here's Tatum. Bellinelli is covering. Smart with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. Boston again missing. And stolen by Tatum. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball over Bellinelli. And there's the bucket from Tatum.
How about the speed with which Tatum gets down the court? Awesome at reading the defense and then exploiting the opportunity in the open floor.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Rozier kicks to Smart. That 3 off the mark. The Hawks trail by 5. Here's Delaney. He dishes it to Collins. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the Celtics take it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Rozier. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Clock at 6. Dishes it to Tatum. Over Bellinelli. Tatum's shot is off. Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. And Bellinelli kicks to Delaney. They set the pick. Down low. 1:57 left in the third. Tatum's shot is off.
He does everything right except drain the shot.
Here's Delaney. Now the dish to Muscala. The Hawks again can't hit. Boston leading by 5. The shot. The offensive rebound. Baines. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Celtics have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6. And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. The Hawks trail by 6. Here's Delaney. Pass to Collins. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
There's the pick. Pass to Yabusele. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists in the game.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
And they pick up 2. Delaney's got 5.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Ooh. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the third.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Celtics leading by 5. Rozier kicks to Tatum to the left side wing. Now here's Smart. Defense is right there. To the paint. Here's Baines. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Oh, Kevin, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
They set the pick. Over to the left wing. That's a 2 from Bellinelli. Misses there. And so it's the Boston Celtics in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We'll return shortly. Let's listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team in the huddle.
Let's be the one that just plays harder. Keep playing through it. Keep playing. Keep playing our game. Here we go.
Mike Budenholzer laying it down to his good team, asking a little bit more from the energy standpoint, more effort from his guys.
Yeah, and I think he sees an opportunity for them to try and make a move here. Doesn't want to let that pass by.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. Muscala is out there with Collins. Then there's Bellinelli, and it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That one misses for Collins. Celtics leading by 6. Here's Tatum. Tries again. Yabusele passes to Rozier. Goes up at the stripe, and he hits the jump shot.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Atlanta's shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Here's Delaney. And here's Prince outside. Drains the three-pointer. Here's Rozier. Kicks it to Baines. Nice ball movement by Boston. Smart passes to Rozier. There's a screen. Shot clock at 6. Back to Smart. Shoots from 14, and it comes off the front of the rim.
I'll tell you, they've had to look elsewhere for their scoring, and they've gotten it. This guy has had very little impact on the game offensively.
Now here's Tatum. He feeds it to Smart. Over Prince. Smart misses.
I'll tell you, his touch has been off all day, and now his judgment is starting to go by the wayside as well. That's a poor shot.
Delaney no good. Celtics leading by 5. Out left to the wing. Here's Rozier. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Outside Prince. Here's Muscala. Baines with the block. Here's Rozier. To the inside, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. No good on that one. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Mike Muscala. Ilyasova comes in for Collins. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Malcolm Delaney. The Hawks trail by 6. And here's Schroeder. The feed to Bazemore. From outside the arc. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Brown. Rebound by the Hawks. Dedmon's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2. Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Ilyasova. Al Horford is checked in for Aaron Baines. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And Doris, as great as Al Horford is as a player, he might be even a better leader.
Well, he's a pro's pro. Al Horford is a guy who entered the league with great work habits and great skill. More than anything to me, though, it's his poise and calm demeanor under pressure that gives his teammates a ton of confidence.
Shooter kicks to Ilyasova. And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
Boston leading by 3. Now Irving. Horford with a screen on Schroeder. Irving from long range. But they'll get another chance.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
And now running up the court, Hayward's pushing it up. The rebound by Prince. Prince has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Schroeder. Atlanta gets it back. Here's Dedmon. And another shot. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Dedmon's got 9 points here in the second half. Irving dishes to Hayward. Second chance shot, and Horford with the lay-in. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 12 rebounds. The Hawks trail by 3. Shooter passes to Bazemore. Pass to Dedmon. There's the screen. Shooter kicks to Dedmon. And that one drops.
Boy, after an up-and-down first half, he's finally gotten a flow. These are the right shots for him.
Boston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Back to Irving. He kicks to Horford. He can't hit that time. And Atlanta will come the other way. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip.
And racing up the court, you have a number of options and a great decision there.
I love how he took the initiative, right? He took charge of the opportunity and made the right decision.
Irving can't hit.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
And Ilyasova kicks it to Bazemore. Off target with his 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And finished off by Brown.
Now, Gordon Hayward has turned himself into a remarkable leader. This guy always willing to distribute the basketball.
Bazemore with it. Here's Schroeder. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Now, here is Irving. Hayward outside. Irving dishes to Horford. And it's off from 3-point range. For Atlanta, they've gone through the 4th quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Schroeder against Irving. And he slams it one-handed.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Yeah, with the score this tight, someone has to come over and take the charge, or at least contest the shot.
There's a screen. Here's Horford. Horford missing again.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Schroeder against Irving. Schroeder passes to Prince. Back to Schroeder. 6 to shoot. Drains it from beyond the arc. And now a 6-point Atlanta lead.
I'll tell you, that's nice work, right? You move, you get into space on the perimeter, and you knock down the three.
Feeds to Hayward. And there's the pass to Irving. Brown outside. A steal. Brown against Prince. And Bazemore kicks to Ilyasova. Back to Bazemore. Baseline jumper. Horford with the rebound. Celtics trail by 6. Here is Hayward. The screen from Brown. And on the way from Irving for 3.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
Schroeder against Irving. Kicks it out to Prince. Up and in on the layup. And the Hawks lead by 8.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Irving kicks to Hayward. There's the pick. And there's the foul. It goes on Ilyasova. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
The Hawks making a switch here. Muscala's checked in. Here's Irving. It's deflected.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Got a piece of it. Here's Schroeder. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
That mid-range jumper is just another one of his weapons.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Doris, the league would prefer that players stay in college a minimum of 2 years before entering the draft. Others have countered with straight out of high school in that approach. Which way do you lean?
I would say I would lean to allow these young men, if they're prepared and have the talent and ability to go straight from high school to the league, they should have that opportunity. We don't put restrictions on any other field of endeavor. If you're a great musician, you can go to New York City and make a living in an orchestra on Broadway. To me, if you're capable, you should be allowed the opportunity. This is America. We are a land of opportunity.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Dennis Schroeder.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
Their losing streak had gotten to the point where anybody had to put his foot down. And even though there were other more probable candidates, he's been the one to take over that leadership role. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Brad Stevens went over with his guys during the break. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Here's Bazemore. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Horford.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The free throw dropped for Bazemore. That one misses.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the boards.
Hayward on the wing to end the drought. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
The drive by Schroeder. Lets it go from 11. Ilyasova can't hit. Celtics trail by 8. Got a hand on it. Prince dishes to Ilyasova. A three-pointer is right on target. Ilyasova's got 19 points.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Right. If you want to get back in the game, you simply can't afford to let long-range shooters get comfortable. Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
It's Schroeder with the drive. Bazemore for three. Another three for Atlanta.
That three-pointer is good almost every time if he's left that wide open.
Well, for the Celtics, this one not looking good. And here's Irving, picked by Horford. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
And that's true. The officials used to be pretty lenient on those, but not anymore.
Schroeder against Irving. Schroeder, left side. Prince. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And really the story of the half, one team shooting it lights out, the other, the lights are just out.
Yeah, that's right. You said it. They don't find a way to switch it back on. They're in trouble.
One shot.
.131 left to play here in the fourth.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Atlanta.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Dennis Schroeder.
Boy, his assist total to me is the most telling stat. This guy created, he made sharp passes, and the defense was always reacting to him.
Here's Bazemore. Kicks it out to Prince. Now Bazemore. Second shot opportunity. A rebound by the Celtics. Guys, a comeback probably not in the cards at this point.
Yeah, I think you can put a fork in it.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Irving can't hit.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Alden, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.